Hey, I got a microphone. Uh,
Hey everybody, we're back.
my mic was broken and I had to get a new microphone.
He had his whole headset was falling apart. He got a new headset.
So, if the circumstances were this, I would have to hold the microphone's cord in a specific position or my audio would cut out. The head pad fell off and I had to glue it back on. The side fell off and I had to hold it in place or push it back on or glue it back on. And the padding was tearing off. So I just burped into my own nose. Ow.
I find you sneezed.
Oh god. So are you ready for week 19?
Yeah, so we're doing
Fuck
Insurrextion
you! It's Insurrextion 2002.
Oh yes. Insurrextion 2002, I should know. Yeah.
So, this is sudden.
Yeah, we did not know that this was happening until we saw the get the F out ad that started the Raw.
They said nothing about this.
Nothing.
Absolutely. Fuck all. It was just, oh, we're WWE now, and then we were just like, isn't there one last pay-per-view? And then we had to look it up, and it was holy shit.
They didn't advertise this in the slightest.
I kind of feel like this is a glorified house show, because why didn't they even advertise the card?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in England. And this is a glorified house show. But they sold it on pay-per-view, so whatever.
Yeah. That's something I think they do with a lot of their British shows. They end up just being glorified house. And, yeah. Thanks for telling us this was happening, Vince.
There's a dramatic recap of the comment of the deep voice guy trying to justify these matches happening.
But he says that they are here not to settle their battle. So it's you're not getting feud enders. Fuck you, England.
No title changes here, fuckers. Yeah, that's right. Get bent.
Suck it, England.
This is also the infamous pay-per-view with the plane ride from hell.
Plane ride from hell. Oh, we will talk about that. That'll probably be what we talk about besides
it's like the equivalent of the Superstar shakeup, but not in the good way.
But in real life.
Yes. Let's shake some things up.
Okay.
We start out with the Intercontinental Championship match between Eddie Guerrero and RVD. By the way, JR just says London's on fire.
He starts with the city of London is on fire, and it's hey, JR, what are you doing? Get out!
Fuck! The lighting. The first thing you notice is the house lights are pretty bad. They're not like the studio lights they always use that lights up everything.
Oh no, it's very dark in this
very
arena.
Dank.
It was very dank.
This match was pretty good. This has actually been a week since we've seen it. It's just my microphone's been having trouble, so we couldn't record the first time. But I remember this match being pretty good. King insists on calling Eddie Guerrero Latino Heat. I don't know why. He won't call him his name. He just calls him Latino Heat. Latino Heat!
It's always Latino Heat! Latino Heat! Oh my god. He has a name.
Including the top-level commentary. Latino Heat has feet. King, are you 12?
I don't know. Does he have Latino feet?
RVD attempts a roll up, and Eddie resists by grabbing the ropes, but the ref kicks the fucking rope, and
motherfucker,
and gets and forces him to get rolled up, and that's interfering, man.
That is dog shit. Hands off the wrestlers.
Who's Pete? Why do I have a note that just says who's Pete Tong?
I think because they mentioned Pete Tong during this match, and I don't think we even bothered to look it up.
Anyway, because the titles aren't changing hands, it's a DQ finish.
Yeah. So we get a DQ finish, and then we get
referee chasing hijinks with Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, referee chasing hijinks. There's a beatdown segment. It takes like a good solid like half a minute, and then they play RVD's music.
Yes, RVD
Like,
didn't win a fucking thing. All that happened was he got a frog splash in, and they play his theme song. Yeah, this match is uh, all right. I would like go get it. I think I accidentally spoiled myself on something because I was watching a countdown list, and they mentioned that these two have a ladder match coming up soon, and that's pretty good. But
nice.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that when we get there. Foreshadowing. We go into the back with Molly Holly and Jazz, and Molly Holly is confounded, absolutely frustrated with this dirty magazine cover that you can't even see because it's censored.
Censored on the fucking network. Good job, Peacock.
Molly rips on divas that talk about sex and using sex and their titties and their titty
Doesn't
sex.
Terry get like upset at like Molly insulting her? Or
Yeah,
something?
well, Terry comes in from stage right and starts talking about, oh, you're just mad because you don't got bazongas. Here's my tits.
But I remember it was like she looked like she got upset early on about Molly shit talking her, but it's like, didn't you shit talk Molly like a few weeks ago, Terry?
Yeah.
You talking about how she's not as attractive or she has a big ass or something, and it's just like,
yeah, big ass.
Let me tell your Terry impression.
I don't know what Terry sounds like. I got a big old dumper.
I put down the note. We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time, Terry. A fake quote from Molly Holly. Oh no. And yeah, Molly Holly takes the time to shit talk the Daily Mail. Yeah. We're in England. And
let's see.
Yeah, Terry is all like showing herself off. We're setting up for a match of Trish Stratus and Jacqueline versus Molly Holly and Jazz. Part of me just wished that Jazz just punched Terry right in the tit.
Hold on, I gotta close my windows for this. This is a tag match of All Women Are Queens versus If She Breathes, She's a Thought!
Oh God.
What?
Oh God. You might want to look at your noise gate, dude, because when you shouted "thought," it like completely cut.
It doesn't cut on my side.
Does it cut on your side?
Yeah, I'll fix it later on Discord. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, she shows off her fake boobs. Her very clearly fake boobs.
Yeah. And it's just I wanted to just go like, Eli, my tits. Ah! Just Jazz punches her right square in the titty.
Yeah, it's my titty.
But, I actually punched myself in the chest to simulate that. That did.
King calls Jazz ugly. They do a spot that seemed really forced, where like two of them just slowly rolled over the referee, and then King's like, "Oh, my pussy." Wait, he doesn't have a pussy. I'm sorry.
What? I'm a penis.
I'm a penis. my shit. What was the name of the little people that he had with him in that one WrestleMania?
Oh my God, his court, his king's court.
Yeah, my king's court.
You comparing Jerry Lawler's penis to little people?
It's a little king. It's got a little crown. And it's not allowed within 50 feet of schools.
God.
They call this match a minger as Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross try and think of British things that British people say.
I think he calls Jazz a minger, and then you call Jazz a what?
What'd you call me? Sorry, ma'am. Molly got kicked in her fucking head. She got like shoot kicked in her fucking head, and she like reacted like, fuck my head.
Yeah, I think it was Jacqueline, right, or was it Trish?
I think it was Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Sorry if we're trying to pull for these. It's been a while.
Yeah.
There was a very neat finish where like they both counter an Irish whip by doing a dozy-do with each other, and
Yeah,
then
that was
hit
cool.
double stratisfactions. I like that part.
That was sick. I don't know why I had the note on here. Jim Ross asked the question we're asking.
Fua.
I feel like that was a joke that I have since forgotten. It's been a week.
Out comes Kane versus Bradshaw, but as soon as Kane takes his mask off, it's X-Pac again.
Wasn't there like a segment beforehand where X-Pac had Kane's mask? What was he doing with that?
Yeah, that was a good question.
And, oh yeah, X-Pac starts hiding like nunchucks in the turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, he tried to hide the nunchucks in the turnbuckle pad because that would work.
And like, yeah, then we were like, wait, was X-Pac Kane the whole time?
He might have been Kane this whole time, and we didn't notice.
Crazy.
I was wondering why he was so short-looking.
Yeah. And then like there's at some point where like I think he got Bradshaw aside for a bit. I think for an interference, and he's like trying to get the nunchucks that he put into the turnbuckle pads out.
He can't get them out. He can't get them out.
And it's like, you put them in.
You think you could put in things that you have taken out, or put out things that you've whatever.
You'd think that if you put them in, it'd be easy to take out.
Yes.
This isn't like solving a Rubik's Cube you caused yourself.
That's like designing a Rubik's Cube and then not knowing how to solve it. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Like, I've done that where I somehow managed to have a Rubik's, I turned a Rubik's Cube into, like, unsolved, and, like, I can never solve this now. I'm too stupid.
So eventually, Scott Hall comes out for some interference. And X-Pac misses a Bronco Buster at some point, and he didn't tear his asshole, so good for him.
Yeah. It's just a good time when you don't tear your ass.
Don't tear your asshole. That's a good lesson. Undertaker, after the who wins again? Fuck.
I think X-Pac won.
Oh yeah, X-Pac won after a low blow.
Scott Hall was just here for the interference. Yeah, Scott Hall was just here for the interference.
Goodbye. I'm going to TNA.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we're seeing of him.
Undertaker talks about how he likes hurting people, and that Triple H is going to be hurt, even though, like, I'm pretty sure last week he looked like a little bitch. Like when fucking like Taker or like when
Triple H thrashed him, yeah.
Yeah, he fucking thrashed him, and now he's just pretending that didn't happen.
And yeah, it's just like, oh god, it's you, was my response. And I think Coachman referred to this match as highly anticipated. That's stretching it. I have not been anticipating this match.
I wrote he would not return to United Kingdom. I forgot that.
I feel like at some point he mentioned drinks, and I just said that's an accurate term, Undertaker. Oh, we will talk about the plane ride from hell.
So, we got Stevie Richards versus Booker T in a... what?
The WF Hardcore title match.
Yeah, just Booker T's here. Yep.
I like how at the start of the match, Booker T goes to throw like weapons into the ring, and Stevie would just take the weapon and then just throw it back out. Like, no.
I don't want your fucking weapon.
Get that
and then Booker T's like, fine, I won't use fucking weapons. Jesus Christ.
The whole time we are watching this hardcore match, we are begging for a Stevie Rooney. We want Stevie Richards to do the Stevie Rooney, but he never does it.
Stevie Rooney.
Stevie Rooney.
There's a cookie sheet. Cookie sheet hits. Stevie sells like he's dying.
Does.
They had a gentleman's agreement not to use weapons in the hardcore match.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like solid just wrestling.
Yeah, this match is actually not bad.
Yeah, it is not that bad. I quite enjoy it.
They go like 10 minutes weird. Despite the fact they had no build.
Oh yeah. like Stevie sells the bookend really well towards the end. JR just keeps saying British idioms, and I want him to stop.
like how Booker T looks like Lennox Lewis.
And it's like, please stop.
And I looked at a picture of Lennox Lewis, and maybe a little, like they're both black, and they both have like dreadlocks or braids.
But Booker T is a very distinct face.
But he doesn't look exactly like Lennox Lewis, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's not a strong enough comparison.
Why did I Google Lennox Lewis with a question mark?
Lennox Lewis?
That doesn't change what I get as a result. Lennox Lewis kicks ass, by the way. He's fucking 41-2 with one draw.
Yeah. It's a great record to have.
He sots Harlem sidekick with a trash can. Booker T wins after a bookend, and we were like, oh hey, maybe titles will change hands. And then some hardcore bullshit came in.
And then Crash Holly fucking doesn't run in. Tommy Dreamer doesn't run in. Hey, look, Dress Incredible.
No, Crash Holly rolls him up, and they're like, that damn little. It cuts to a commercial, and then it comes back.
Oh yeah, it cuts to a commercial on the pay-per-view. Yeah. And then Tommy Dreamer comes in for the run-in and does some stuff. And then, hey, look, Just Incredible.
And Just Incredible, who didn't get the title here, by the way. And then Stevie Richards wins it back.
Doesn't do a Stevie Rooney. And why not play his music?
Then they played Booker T's music again.
Yeah, for some reason they just played Booker T's music again.
So we got Sean Stasiak in the back with Brock Lesnar in a very strange relationship.
Sean Stasiak in the back with Brock Lesnar.
We're going to attack. So Paul Heyman doesn't understand why this tag match is happening, but if it's going to happen, just don't tag in.
Fucking listen to us.
What?
You just fucking listen to what I tell you. Just stay there and look pretty.
Just let Brock Lesnar kill the Hardys, and then there you go. So Paul Heyman leaves, and then Brock Lesnar leans down and just goes, "You better do what he said, or I'm gonna hurt you."
It is amazing how much Brock Lesnar at this point had such a baby voice.
Like he has less of it when he's older. He's still a little bit high pitched. Like I'm a little bit high pitched with my build, considering.
Yeah.
But just Brock Lesnar's just like, "I'm gonna hurt you if you don't do what he says."
Hey, you better do it, you little bitch.
I'm gonna fucking I'll break you. I'll eat your heart.
I'll give you a little kiss. No, run back and do a victory.
The way you beat Brock Lesnar is give a little kiss. Give a little kiss.
God.
Little kissy. Give a little kiss. You know.
God damn it. Stupid.
That's how he explodes.
Explodes.
Give a little kiss.
But yeah, I think when I put down the Booker made this a tag team match.
No one decided this was a tag team match. By the way, it turns out Lita broke her neck during that Dark Angel episode she filmed.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they also reminded us that Lita was filming Dark Angel.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting that on the 2000s alert again.
So we got Lesnar versus the Hardys and Sean Stasiak.
It's Sean Stasiak's there. It's Brock Lesnar and Sean Stasiak versus the Hardys. Not Brock Lesnar facing all three, which actually would make more sense.
Versus Paul Heyman.
Versus Paul Heyman.
Brock sort of messes up a charge into the corner, and Sean tags himself in and goes into business for himself. And Paul Heyman's just going, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop! You need to stop!
No, stop doing things!
Stop doing things, Sean! What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, I forgot. I think I yelled at Gary Lawler because he was bringing up like why Lita wasn't there. It's like, King, she had surgery.
Yeah.
Can't get on a plane.
You don't want to be fucking Steve Corino or whoever that was.
Who?
There was a TNA wrestler who died after getting leg surgery, and he got on a plane.
That was Chris Candido.
It probably was Chris Candido.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, don't do that.
Do that. I don't think the plane had anything to do with him dying, but
No, it caused like a blood clot.
oh
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't fly after surgery is the thing.
I put this team can't handle turnbuckles because I think both Sean and Brock do the shoulder and the turnbuckle spot in this match.
Eventually, Brock gets back in and kills both the Hardys.
Yes, and Sean for good measure.
Sean, because fuck Sean. There's Twist of Fates, Swantons, F5s.
The fucking spinning power bomb.
That weird spinny power bomb he does. And then a weird... Brock Lesnar wins, it's obvious.
Brock Lesnar wins. Brock Lesnar wins. Sean Stasiak doesn't win.
And then we get the very strange reason why they're in England. The charity dinner and auction.
It's a charity dinner and auction with Make-A-Wish Foundation for the pay-per-view Insurrextion?
But they didn't advertise it.
Question mark? What? I'm so lost. But they auctioned off some stuff. They made some money for Make-A-Wish.
William Regal talks about Spike Dudley because he has to face Spike Dudley. I think it's to defend his championship.
Yeah, this is for the European title.
Calls him a little shite-orc.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure is allowed, but whatever.
Whatever. He's British. He can get away with it.
You just calls people cunts. You full bloody cunt.
A pillock.
I would like to call this match the RASSLE Boys Get Worked.
So we start off with there's does he attack before the bell or does
I don't recall.
At some point Spike gets attacked by Regal. Or no, I think he does something and then he falls. All we know is
I forgot. Some point Regal tries to get heel heat even though he's British.
Yes. They start. Jerry Lawler starts calling Spike Dudley titchy, and I joked of course Jerry Lawler knows a word with tit in it.
Tits. No.
And I think this is where Jerry Lawler or JR says that Jerry Lawler's titchy or something, and I just did you JR? Are you implying that Lawler has a small
Regal
penis?
gets an advantage, and then Spike slowly gets a comeback. He starts to mount a comeback.
Yeah.
Then he tries to hit a Dudley dog and lands on one of his legs weird, and it buckles. And it's really implied that he just broke his fucking ankle.
Yeah.
A trainer comes out, and he's crying in pain, and Regal's trying to stall to the crowd to just get some heat while the guy's getting treated. And a trainer comes out
throwing up the X.
And a trainer comes out and cuts his boot open. And
we were at this point. I was like, "Oh shit!" This could be legit because they don't cut the boot unless they really need to remove.
So they cut the boot. They start to walk Spike out, and then Regal comes and beats the shit out of him.
And that is immediately when we realized we got worked.
He beats the shit out of him, rolls him into the ring, starts stomping that broken fucking foot, and I'm just like, they fucking worked us, man.
We were convinced the whole time. Spike's selling was really good on this.
Yeah, because he was in horrible pain. If you watch the replay, his leg goes woo.
Leg goes woo. He's got this look on his face of just pure agony on his face. And we were completely worked the whole way.
Regal hits a Tiger Bomb, tries to pin him, but he breaks the pin intentionally because he wants to hurt Spike. And Spike gets a roll-up and wins the championship. Or retains the championship.
I think he retains the championship, yeah. And then Regal hits him with the brass knuckles and anger.
Yes.
And then I think we pretty much just gave up on this pay-per-view.
Welcome to slow main events.
Slow main events, yes.
Because we got Stone Cold Steve Austin in the sunset of his career when his body's given up on him versus the Big Show. who is currently an NWO new dude.
Yes. And guest referee Ric Flair for this match.
I forgot he was the ref.
Yeah.
Even though he's being really bitchy about it, it's just like he's that one girl in anime who's just never impressed.
What, the tsundere?
Yes. Baka Janai, what?
Wait, it's not Austin or Ric Flair?
Austin. It's not like I like you or anything.
Not like I wanted to hit you with a Stone Cold Stunner, stupid.
Fuck.
The worst joke.
There's several lockups and several Big Show is a big man spots.
Yes.
The crowd chants that Big Show is fat.
There's the King's also doing the British idioms, and I'm hating it.
Austin rolls out the ring, gets a breather, comes back in, decides to just kick him a bunch of times. Big Show hits him with a clothesline. There's some slaps.
I think at one point he steps on like Austin's kidney, and we just started doing the fucking Nicolas Cage pissed blood reference.
You ever been beaten to the point you pissed blood? Austin can't lift Big Show.
Austin can't lift Big Show.
So this match is entirely punches.
Yeah, it's
and
just
working the knee.
The worst part of any match with Big Show is the punches. His punches have never been great, despite the fact that was his finisher at one point.
Punch.
Punch.
Austin bites him, then they get into like a bear hug spot. There's a
Kevin Nash is in New England.
Kevin Nash is in New England.
Wait, I mean, Kevin Nash is in England. Fucked up. Hi, Roxanne. Roxanne has just joined us. He's muted though. He was watching it with us, but he had to leave due to his he spilled water on his computer desk, so he had reason to leave. We won't fire him.
Flair chases off Nash, who was going to interfere, and Stone Cold stunners him.
I went to piss at some point and came back, and
I'm sorry, this kind of fell apart really hard.
Yeah, this. Look, after we peaked at Spike Dudley versus William Regal. Honestly, every match on the show before this was actually really entertaining and fun.
They had a great undercard.
Like, when your weak spot is Bradshaw versus X-Pac, that's about it. But this uppercard sucked. I guess Austin wins?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And we got Triple H versus The Undertaker.
AKA.
This match is a snooze fest, man. You know, they fucking killed it when they were both older, which is weird.
Yeah. It was so much better when they were older. But
there's a lot of very typical spots, and you can tell they weren't going all out. You know, just the Triple H knee and the Undertaker like punches and the old school, and you know, hits a dive at some point.
I have the note: Triple H jerking the Undertaker off. Quote from Pervert JR.
Oh yeah, he jerked him off the turnbuckle.
Oh fuck, I forgot. Especially during this match, there was a fucking guy with a horn going like, bam, 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 bam.
If you can tell we ran out of energy at this point, you'd be correct.
I hated that guy with the fucking horn.
Triple H won.
Triple H win.
That was the pay-per-view.
That was the pay-per-view. You know what? Let's fucking. What
did we learn from this pay-per-view?
Let me see if I can find us something important to talk about, aka the plane ride from hell.
Oh, I'm already ahead of you on that. I got a whole wiki entry on the Pro Wrestling Wiki.
Oh, fucking excellent.
Yeah. So, this show's notorious not for being good, because it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Well, some matches were good. I would suggest looking up the RVD Eddie Guerrero match, because those two were good. But it was more infamous because it got its own version of a superstar shakeup on the flight home. By the way, I forgot to mention everyone was jet lagged as shit. Probably, they all looked so tired.
And there was just a straight up open bar on the plane. So,
okay, let's see here. The plane ride from hell, which is very interesting.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't. There was a bar on the plane. Maybe there was.
Well, no, there was a bar near the airport.
And the flight was delayed for an hour before takeoff.
Yeah.
So that's an hour of drinking.
So a sauced Kurt Hennig decides, yeah, this fucking Brock Lesnar guy, I could take him. So they decided to have a wrestling match on the plane in mid-air. Lesnar is a amateur wrestler, of course, so
Kurt Hennig also an amateur wrestler.
They got into the ground and they tussled and they tussled and they tussled.
They're Minnesota boys. It happens, you know. They just start tussling and tussling.
Dave Finlay, Triple H, and Paul Heyman had to rush in and pull them apart.
I think they almost I think the rumor is they almost hit the door.
Yeah, they almost hit the emergency exit. You know that big slide that opens when you have like an emergency landing? Yeah, they almost hit that in 35,000 feet in the air.
Everyone could have died.
No, because the two of them got in trouble, but one is like a big oily meat boy who's like 19 years old. They decided to fire
fresh new dude.
And their fresh new dude they're pushing. They fired Kurt Hennig.
Dustin Reynolds decided to serenade his ex-wife Terry over the fucking like
he got the intercom.
Yeah, I got the intercom and he started fucking singing
at 3 a.m.
Drunk.
Yes.
Oh,
Jim Ross was just like, that's fucking enough, dude.
Nah, you need to stop that right now, Dustin.
It always seems that whenever copious amounts of alcohol are allowed to be consumed...
Bradshaw also got into a fight.
They were drunk, and they decided, hey, let's punch each other, because apparently Bradshaw cut off his fucking mullet while he was sleeping.
Oh no, it was actually X-Pac.
Of course it was.
Sean Waltman cut off his mullet after the fight.
Oh shit. Okay, so Michael Hayes got into a fight with Bradshaw. He goes to sleep because he's probably like sauced, and just X-Pac cuts his hair.
Oh, here's some Jim Ross quotes. The flight was about 7 hours in length and at times low-lighted by a handful of people who consumed too much alcohol and consequently acted like children whose parents were away and left the liquor cabinet unlocked. Oh man. God. Scott Hall weirdly did nothing during this. He was asleep.
He was sauced the whole time. He didn't do anything, but WWE's like, you're fucked up, dude. So they just let him go.
As soon as they a few days after the UK tour, they were like, "Yeah, you're good. You can go."
Yeah. You've disappointed us. So have fun in TNA.
Have fun in TNA. Fighting Disco Inferno. Wait, no, it was fucking Brian Christopher. Whatever.
Yeah, this was lame.
This was lame. Show sucked. Yeah. We're more interested in the plane ride. We finally got the F out.
I just popped in to say it seems every time any scandal happens, there's copious amount of alcohol involved.
Awards, I'd say. MVP.
MVP.
Ooh.
Kurt Angle wasn't there. wasn't he?
Kurt Angle wasn't there. No.
Yeah. So who do
we gotta give it to?
Who do we give MVP to?
That's a good question. Who on the undercard was the best? Because we got Eddie, RVD, Trish and Jacqueline, Molly Holly Jazz. I don't feel like Bradshaw or X-Pac did anything outstanding. Stevie Richards, Booker T, the Hardy Boys, Lesnar and Stasiak.
I want to give it to... I don't know who to give it to. Shit.
It is tough.
Because it feels like the underrated and the MVP could be interchangeable this time around.
Yeah. I guess who had the best match out of the undercard matches?
I'm going to give MVP to Eddie Guerrero.
I was thinking, I was kind of leaning towards Eddie Guerrero on this one. Oh yeah, MVP Eddie Guerrero.
And
had a really good opening match.
Underrated, I have a idea.
Yes?
Spike Dudley, because he worked us.
Spike Dudley did such a great job.
He worked us, man. That was great.
Y segment. Plane ride from hell? No.
There was only like 3 promos.
Like 3 promos. No one was really objectionable.
Wait, why did they bring Justin Credible all the way to Britain for him to not do anything?
Bring Justin Credible over.
Why?
Credible to England.
He could have just stayed home if he wasn't going to do anything.
Jerry Lawler first count 9. I don't remember any of the signs. So, no sign of the week.
Was the thirst count really 9? Oh, I got a puppies count of 10.
You got a puppies count of 10?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Jerry Lawler first count, Allie, because...
Oh, yeah, because there's no Taz. Why did we review this?
Because it's a pay-per-view that happens in the year 2002.
You know what? I'm going to turn this into a blog. Here's an update. I have a job. Yay.
Yay, he got a job. He has a new headset.
It's full-time. It starts out full-time, but slowly switches to part-time. But that meant that I was very tired and very busy for the last couple of weeks, which is kind of why I didn't feel like recording, and also my headphones broke.
And also his headphones were dying. Let us know how the new headphones sound.
Things settled to the point that I kind of feel like we could go back to doing regular shit again, like regular uploads.
Yeah.
To inform Megafighter, I'm mostly free on weekends now, so we're switching from like uploading on Tuesday or Wednesday to uploading like Sunday or Monday usually.
Yeah. It's gonna be tricky to record, but that's usually just because I work like till 7
we'll figure it out
on weekends. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're still on Twitter. We're still RASSLE Boys. We got the W out.
We got the dub out just before they got the F out.
Yeah, fuck you. We were first.
Yeah. Well, technically you were first, but
chronological order.
Chronological order. Yeah, we're on YouTube and Spotify and all the iTunes and all those other places you can find Google Podcasts, all the other places you can find podcasts.
I bet you can't wait for next week's episode where we talk about how many times people mention getting the F out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're on everything. We're on everything all of the time.
We have a website.
We have a website. I haven't changed the URL yet.
Yeah.
What do we say at the end of these?
What the fuck do we say at the end of this?
Don't let your employees get sauced if they're working.
England!
England!
You got hep now.
What?
Remember when James Mitchell would like draw a cross on people's foreheads with blood? But it just looked like the English flag.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
England!
Okay, there we go.
At your football, then.